Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Land Sports Podcast. I am your host, Kevin Sleds. And with me, as always, Titan Mike Kessinger. What's going on, Mike?
Another day, man. Had some technical difficulties earlier. We had a test going on. We can't get it to work.
Yeah, we took a baby step towards getting a phone line. We've got a phone. We've got a number.
We got a line connected to the phone.
It works. We could hear it through the headset, but we can't hear it on the live feed. So
if you guys called in, you hear us talking, but everybody watching wouldn't hear you talk. It's probably a good thing because our fans are a little bit raunchy. So, I mean.
Yeah. So we're a step closer. Baby steps. We're getting there. Hopefully.
Eventually, when our last episode of the year.
Yeah, our 100th episode. Maybe we'll have it by then.
The series finale will have a call line going and ready to go. So, yeah. So where do you want to start? You want to start with the exciting news in Ohio sports or the disappointing news in Ohio sports?
I don't know. Maybe we should start with the exciting since you're repping the exciting.
Well, I mean, you have to. It's Ohio State. First CFP rankings come out, and Ohio State is numero uno.
Yes,
First time ever they ranked number one in the CFP playoff. The CFP rankings.
Yep.
They've always been like 3 or 4.
Right.
I think 4 is like when they ever ranked 3.
I was surprised. I thought LSU might get the nod. I thought LSU might get the nod.
Well, it's our strength of schedule. If you look at all 4 top 5 teams, the top 4 teams,
right,
we have the strongest strength of schedule, even though our schedule is not that strong. If you did but we have played better players, better teams than they have this year.
Right.
So our nod to that, plus I think our dominance over number 1 ranked scoring defense in the country, gave us that extra push. So
it's crazy because you look at the top 4 teams now. 2 and 3 obviously face each other this week. Alabama, LSU, and then Ohio State 1 and 4, and Penn State in a couple weeks. So two of the 4 teams are going to be out of the top 4 in the next few weeks. Unless you're Alabama, I'm sure they'll lose and they'll still be in the top 4.
Yeah, because you think about 5 was what? 5 was Clemson.
6 was Georgia.
Yeah, so those 2 will probably jump in. So Penn State loses, hopefully, and then.
Well, Penn State's got a big game this week against Minnesota. We'll see if we get to see if the Golden Gophers are for real.
Or legit, yeah. They haven't played much either.
It's a home game for them. They're undefeated, so this is a big game.
Their coach, if I'm not mistaken, their coach has had this huge extension, 7 years.
Yeah, he's a hell of a coach.
Yeah, just 7 years. Extension up until 2026, something like that.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. I can't remember the numbers, so I don't want to throw anything out there. It was pretty big for a Minnesota coach.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's the school's largest contract, I think.
Yeah, he came from, was it Central Michigan?
Yeah. Central Michigan was actually pretty underrated for a while. They were pretty good.
He had them winning. I mean, that's what got him the job.
Yeah.
That's what happens with these small school
coaches.
Produce and you get the big jobs.
So let's I want to throw this out there. The rumor, the whole Urban to USC thing. Do you think it's going to happen?
I think it's 50-50. I think there's a chance. I think he'll eventually coach again, and that would be the ideal spot for him, I think. I mean, I've heard Notre Dame. I can't see him going to Notre Dame. Michigan, that's a pipe dream for Michigan fans.
Oh, they'll never get him.
Not happening.
He won't do that.
Not happening. There's no way.
That would kill his legacy. Any other school, it wouldn't be a problem.
Right.
If he was in Michigan, it would kill his legacy. It would literally be. Especially if he went and won a national championship there and he beat Ohio State.
That would be awful.
I would burn his shit down. He thought he had heart problems then. Just wait till I get done with you. All right? That'd be rough to watch. I don't know if I could do it.
I couldn't do it.
See, Cincinnati's ranked pretty high too. Fickle has them at 7-1. They're ranked pretty high.
He's getting them turned around down there. He's doing a good job.
Cincinnati's doing pretty good. Their offense is pretty potent. They shit an egg when they played us, obviously. But
I forget what I was watching, but they were talking about Ohio State, and in their opinion, the Cincinnati game was Ohio State's biggest win so far this year.
Wisconsin?
That's what I was thinking too, but I wish I could remember who it was that said that.
We've beaten, I think, at the time, Michigan had top 10 ranked defense. Michigan State had top 10 ranked defense.
Yeah, they did.
We beat them.
Yep.
Wisconsin number 1, we beat them.
Right.
Cincinnati didn't have shit. I don't see how that's we've beaten some pretty strong
Yeah,
teams.
I didn't understand it either. I mean, yeah, it's a good win. Cincinnati's a good team, but
I don't see that.
In
my opinion,
not the biggest win of the season.
If I'm picking Ohio State's biggest win of the season, it's the Wisconsin game.
Right.
Because it looked rough. It looked like it would be a a nail biter down to the wire because the first quarter was just like punches left and right. Nobody can do anything. Defense was just rocking. And Ohio State's like, you know what? Over this. Let's go. So I mean, I think that's our biggest one of the season. To be honest,
I do too.
So did you watch the playoffs? Did you watch like the whole ranking? I mean, unveiling.
No, I tuned in for I seen like the final 6.
Okay, I was watching
I didn't
it
watch
all.
the whole thing.
It was pretty upsetting that if you looked at them, they had Georgia, they had Florida and Auburn ranked higher than some 7-1 and I think 1-8-0 team.
Really?
It's just sad how much they're 2 lost teams. I mean, but they're still ranked in the top 15. I think. Well, I think Florida was like ranked 13th and Auburn was 14th or something like that. It's like Utah was like Utah's 6, right?
Yeah, they're undefeated, aren't they?
Yeah, Utah's undefeated. Utah's pretty.
SMU
Pretty solid team.
finally lost their first game.
Yeah,
They dropped
Memphis.
to 25th.
Yeah, Memphis is 21. Memphis is looking pretty good too.
Yeah, they are.
There's a lot of really good teams in the top 25, and I think the playoff committee got it pretty right, pretty close to perfect. I mean,
I agree.
There's a few that I'd probably switch here and there, but to be honest, I think it's pretty close to perfect. Someone said something, you look really confused.
No, Kareem just said it sounds really loud on Radio Co, but sounds perfect on the live stream. Not sure why it's loud on
Collusion.
Radio Co. Maybe shit that I was turning up. I don't know. Oh well.
Turn your volume down.
Turn their volume down.
We are a loud ass show. We have shit to say. But
so yeah, that Penn State game is going to be huge. Assuming
they're
still undefeated.
It depends if they win.
That's what I remember. That's what happened with Wisconsin. Everybody was getting hyped up about it, and then they lose to Illinois. So
yeah, they hit an egg and
shit the bed.
Went complacent because they're thinking that Wisconsin was legit thinking the next week. They're thinking Ohio State.
Right.
And we thought Ohio State was going to have a trap game that same week.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
No, it was Wisconsin fell into the trap.
Yep. So Michigan could be the same thing. I don't know if it would be really considered it technically be a trap game.
I mean, they're undefeated. They're ranked 17th. I mean,
it's not a trap. It's a trap game, but it's not like something that you'd be like,
right?
Holy crap! They won. They lost. Yeah. I'd be like, yeah. Wisconsin. I can't talk today, dude. What the shit? Minnesota is pretty good all around. I mean,
yeah, they are.
So if they would win into, is it a home game for Minnesota?
Yeah, it's
so if they defend their turf this weekend, I mean, I wouldn't be overly surprised, but I would still be like, whoa,
right?
Because that would be like, okay, the Big Ten championship game is gonna be fun because that's pretty much gonna lock them in there.
Oh yeah,
that win right there will lock Minnesota into
into
their spot. So I mean, we still have to go through with Michigan and Penn State
back to back. It's not gonna be easy.
You hear the defensive coordinator for Michigan that he was on a podcast? Did you see this article?
No. What did he say?
So he was on a podcast with a former defensive player from Michigan, talking about the Ohio State game coming up in a couple weeks. He's like, they should be worried. We're starting to find our own. We're getting to it. It's gonna be a 2-way game this week. I was like,
that Notre Dame game just
blew their heads so bad. Yeah. Like
Notre Dame's overrated every year.
Dude, they are so rated. They can't finish. It's like LeBron James, 3 quarters and then nothing.
Yes, it was a nice win, but it's not as big as they're portraying it out to be.
No, I think Michigan's gonna come back down to earth. This is gonna be a close game this week. Shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But watch it be a close game. Maybe up until the fourth quarter, Michigan might come away with it.
Right.
But that's how Michigan's won all their games. It's been tight up until like the last quarter, and then they just have enough to outlast them. Like they haven't blown anybody away from the get-go. I mean, except for Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame, they held the game the whole time. But
speaking of Michigan, I just want to comment real quick. Remember a few years ago when they lost to Appalachian State?
Yeah.
I had to laugh last night. Their basketball team opened up and almost lost to Appalachian State. That would have been funny.
Well, they had some couple good games coming up. Like they had 1 versus 2 and 3 versus 4, right?
For basketball.
Yeah, college basketball.
Yeah, Kentucky and Michigan State
1 versus 2
last night.
Yeah, so 2-1 and 4-1 because number 4 beat number 3. So like the top 2 teams they lost. So I mean, already top 4 is already shaken up in the first game of the season. I mean, it's like it's gonna be a crazy basketball season.
Yeah.
And then Ohio State's recruiting class, dude.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch these guys play.
It's gonna look nuts next year. Their team is gonna be stupid.
They played tonight. They open up against Cincinnati 8:30 tonight.
Yeah. We'll see
Yeah,
if they
so
can. We'll see if we can blow them out.
I had some notes on them here. There we go.
What we got?
Yeah,
What
they
do we
open
got?
up
Yeah.
tonight.
Oh, they were in number 8. They're ranked top 20. Huh?
18th, yeah. They got 3 returning starters. Caleb Lesson, who was the leading scorer last year.
But they have 2 5-star recruits, right? Coming in this class. 3 in starting.
They're on the team. There's four freshmen coming in. Alonzo Gaffney is the biggest one. He was 18th ranked recruit in the nation, number 1 prospect in Ohio. He's a 6'9", 198-pound forward. And DJ Carton, another 5-star. He's a point guard, 6'1", 190. He was the 34th top player in the nation, 4th best point guard. And EJ Liddell, who's a power forward, 6'7", 220. He was the number 44 recruit, 8th best power forward in the nation. Then a guy that wasn't highly recruited, but he's part of the freshman class. He's a big guy. Ibrahima Diallo, 7 foot, 226 pounds. He's a big shot blocker. 7 foot 8 inch wingspan. So
that's nuts.
yeah, he's
It's like double my height, almost double my height.
right. He could be another Taco Fall.
Or Yao Ming looking dude.
But yeah, they have.
Taco Fall weighs less than 220.
Yeah, I think he does. He's
It
pretty.
was like 204, 205. That dude did some weight. You see, he got a concussion because he hit his head on the damn
skinny.
rafters
Yeah,
like a
I
couple
saw
weeks
that.
ago. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
But yeah, they've got a deep team this year, and
That's if they can all come together. Let's just see.
yeah, it's how quickly the freshmen
Can groove.
pick
and,
it up. And,
Yeah.
Chris Holtman's a hell of a coach.
We'll
So
see what he can
looking
do.
forward to watching him this year. Should be fun.
Yeah, I probably won't see that many games, but I'll probably tune in.
Yeah, I'll probably when I
It's
get
not like,
home,
I
I'll-
don't know what it is. I used to love watching Ohio State basketball when they had like Turner and Kraft and who was the other guy?
Angela Russell.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was more recent, but
Yeah,
Turner, Kraft,
David Lighty,
Lighty,
Jared Sullinger.
Solinger, there's the other guy, and then Odin when they played in
Yeah, Odin and Conley.
Yeah.
Went to the
national
finals.
championship. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder what it was, but like watching them back then, it was so much fun. Now I'm just like, maybe it's because they were winning more. It was
Yeah, man. Well, hopefully this year they're. I seen somebody today projected them for the Final Four.
really,
Yeah.
that's it's pretty.
Well, that's how these teams do it. They bring in these top freshmen. They play well for a year and then go to the NBA. So
Do you think we're gonna see Gaffney go to the NBA next year?
yeah, he might. Depends on how much he plays. From their last preseason game, none of the freshmen started because they actually have a point guard that's transferred from Florida State. Had to sit out last year, and he's supposed to start at point guard this year. He's supposed to be pretty good. CJ Walker.
Yeah,
So
I remember him.
at least to start the season, the freshmen might not start, but I'm sure they'll.
So
A few of them will work their way in there.
They'll get playing time.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. So, not down to the depressing stuff, I
Oh
guess.
boy, we're gonna talk about the
Your Cleveland Browns.
clowns. I mean Browns.
Yeah.
That's bad if I'm calling them the clowns too, but yeah, our super fan just joined.
Matt?
Yeah,
Look at that.
he's
Here
on-
you go.
He's online.
Oh, you gotta get him a t-shirt. I'm with the podcast. Only need to make one, so it's okay. The score didn't show the game in my opinion that well because Denver ran this game from the get-go.
Yeah,
You know, it was only five plays beat the Browns. They couldn't tackle in the open field. They let a tight end destroy them.
that 3 missed tackles.
Like,
First of which was by Jermaine Whitehead. I don't want to say anything bad about that because I
fuck him. He
don't
can go
want
try to stab
any
me.
death threats.
I'll beat his ass.
No, he apologized.
Yeah, because he's a
Too little, too
bitch.
late. He's gone.
He has to say, people talk so much shit, then they have to apologize, say a face. Because, I mean, they're all talk, right? They know better because they touch somebody, dude, it's game over.
Yeah.
Like,
But that was ridiculous. He missed the first one. I can't remember who the other 2 were. 75 yards, he rumbled.
well, Noah Fant was like the number one.
Yeah, I'm not
number
saying he's a
2
bad
tight end
player,
in
but
the draft. I mean, I want him. I have him projected to the Titans right here
yeah, you did.
because we needed a tight end. Delaney Walker was hurt. Didn't know if he was going to come back 100%. I mean, he's still missing
Came
games.
from the tight end factory of the
Iowa, dude, nuts. Like
NCAA.
Iowa of all schools, they make the tight end factory. You would think Iowa would be like some farm boy lineman, you know?
right.
But then we're gonna make speedy ass tight end, like were they running from scarecrows? Like, I don't get it. But yeah, that game 24-19, it seems like a close game, but it was never in reach in my opinion. Like
And
I just don't know.
the offensive line played pretty well. I mean, Baker didn't get pressured much. He only got sacked twice.
There was a lot of
He had
drops. I
time.
saw a lot of drops.
Yeah, there was a few.
big time drops. So like
But
I mean,
the biggest issue that everybody's talking about was the final possession where he had OBJ one-on-one down the sideline. If he would have made the throw, most likely would have been a touchdown.
if he would have made the throw accurately,
Yeah, accurate, and that's been his problem this year.
so maybe he knew that. He's like, I haven't been myself. Why am I gonna risk this? I can see Landry come over the middle, hit him, who's been productive as hell for me all season so far. Get the first down. Let's keep going.
When you talk about his accuracy, I got a stat for you. Let me find it here. I'm all messed up.
Isn't it on the first page? Like
Yeah,
58.7%.
Yeah, he's last in completion percentage, 58.7, and touchdown interception ratio, 0.58. But the biggest stat, did I not put it on here?
Is Manziel is better statistically than he is this year? No, literally. Look, if you look up Manziel's second year to Baker's second year, Manziel is statistically better than Baker Mayfield at this moment in time.
Anyways, they put a stat out for quarterback rating not under pressure, and Baker is last in the NFL. 75.
Nice.
Not with 6 touchdowns and 10 interceptions when not under pressure.
It's right here. Also, lowest pass rating while not under pressure.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't see it. I was missing it there.
Dude, you wrote this and you can't read it.
I know.
It's bad, man.
But I mean, I know the offensive line was bad. That was a big part of the blame early in the season, but they've been blocking a lot better. He's had more time, and his accuracy is still way off. So I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know if it's the sophomore slump. I don't know if he's rattled.
So I heard something say this, and I think it was on Bull and the Fox this morning or this afternoon. Either way, that Baker's not a playmaker. He's not a play extender. He's a play runner. He has to do what you tell him to do. Like, he can't improvise. He's not this playmaker. He's not gonna make a play out there for you. You have to have the perfect play drawn up for him, and he's gonna run that play. It's gonna be all right. I was looking back. I was thinking back. I was like, man, that kind of makes sense.
Seeing everybody thought he was just the opposite, especially the way he played last year. He was more like the Brett Favre gunslinger type who could create something out of nothing. But maybe he's starting to show that he's really not that guy.
Maybe he was.
I mean, I'm not saying he's gonna get a year 3 next year. They're not gonna give up on him after this year.
No, he'll have his whole contract.
Next year will be make or break.
No,
If
he'll have his 4 years. And if his 4th year is shitty, they won't pick up his team option for the 5th.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're gonna ride it out.
Do I believe he's this bad? No. Do I believe he was as good as maybe he showed last year? Maybe not. Maybe somewhere in between.
I think with the Brown picking somewhere right now, like 6 to 7, 6 to 8, that's where they're slotted.
Yeah.
They can they go grab a dominant receiver.
They need the best
left
tackle available.
And then the best receiver, you can start trading off one of these 2 receivers you have.
There's already rumors that they're going to trade OBJ if this continues this season. If they
pick up a first and maybe a 4th, maybe a first and an offensive lineman, Roto Beckham to a contender, or like a Buffalo, because Buffalo could, if you can imagine giving Josh Allen Odell Beckham with that defense.
How many red zone targets do you think OBJ has this year?
You write it down so I can read it?
Yeah.
I don't watch Browns games that much, so just tell me. Talk.
3, which is 126th in the league.
Well, you have to get into the red zone first.
Yeah, that's part of the problem too. But when they get there, it's usually turnover.
And you know what? Another thing that's really freaking me out, and not freaking me out, but like I think it's a poor choice of word, but like it's having me mind-boggling right now that in these like high like serious situations and serious downs, you'll see Hilliard and you'll see Callaway in there.
Well,
like, I don't understand why he's putting
it was I
these
listed
players in there when you have Nick Chubb, Odell Beckham. Like, why are you running Hilliard when you have Chubb? Run him. He's one of the top 5 running backs in the NFL right now.
I listed positives and negatives, and under the negatives, I had play calling. 2 plays, 3rd and 3 and 4th and 1, where they ran Hilliard with Chubb on the sidelines.
4th and 1. Why is Hilliard even like Chubb should be in there?
Oh, now it'll be Kareem Hunt with Chubb on the sideline.
So now that I'm glad we got kind of like a Chubb Hunt situation here because I had something I wanted to say. In the beginning, back in the beginning when I was talking about Hunt coming back, I was like, if Chubb's balling, I don't want Hunt getting a huge portion of the carries.
Right.
I don't want to take away. You don't want to take away what's from working. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, the Browns sitting at 2-6. You know, looking at a 4, maybe 5 win season.
If
they're lucky.
Yeah, I'm hoping for 6 at this point.
4 or 5 win season. Do you still run Chubb? Do you still run Chubb 20, 25 times? Because he's averaging 23 carries a game. All right. You start running 23 carries a game, and then try to add 7, 8 carries for Hunt.
I think that's what they're going to do. I think Hunt, the first game, he's probably get about 7, 8 carries. I think eventually he'll.
But you still run Chubb 23.
Yeah.
Why?
Why? You mean if they're out of it, or are you talking right now?
No, right now they're pretty much out of it. Like you'd have to go 8-1 right now, or
Right.
7 and what are they? 2-9, 2-6 of the games.
The way
You have
Baker's
to go-
struggling, you got 2 top backs.
You have to go 8-0,
Running is gonna be your
7-1 to
strength.
looking to make it. Dude, your best bet is going
You pretty much have to
10-6 right now. You're going and 8-0 get you 10-6. You may get a wild card. So you lose one more game, you're pretty much out. You're out of any playoff contention. You're pretty much out of playoff contention right now with the way that AFC is going right now.
Yeah.
The Colts, the Texans, you got the Bills, the Patriots, the Broncos. I mean, yeah, the Chiefs, the Broncos. I mean, there's a lot of the Browns are out of it. Like right now,
They're still going to try to win games. They're not.
I understand you're gonna still try to win games, but why? So you have Chubb for the next 2 years, 3, maybe I think 2 or 3 years, right? You're gonna run Chubb 23, 24 carries a game, and risk injury. I gotta understand you want to win games, but you also have another top caliber running back on your roster. Why not split this stuff 15-15?
Maybe they don't want Hunt to look too good to hurt their chances of re-signing him. Possibly.
Well, what I'm saying, but why do you want to risk hurting him? Because you risk hurting Chubb, and now what if you can't sign Hunt? So now you literally hurt your star running back. You're not going to re-sign Hunt because other teams would offer more money.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because you're not going to give Hunt top dollar when you have Chubb on your roster. That's stupid. You're not going to spend
right.
15 to 20 million on a running back when you have a Chubb on your bench. You're not doing that. That's wasting money. John Dorsey's not a fucking idiot. He's not going to do that. So you're going to have to offer Hunt somewhere in the $10 million range, and there's 4 or 5 teams right now that offer him 15 right out the door.
I had heard, I don't know if it's true, but I had heard from somebody, it was a while back, that there might be like a secret option in Hunt's contract for next season that they didn't make public.
Well, when he signed with the Browns?
Yeah.
If that's the case, then cool, but I highly doubt that because Hunt's not going to do a team option for $1 million contract. His agent's not that fucking stupid because that breaks down to $500,000 a season.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know if it's true.
I highly fucking doubt that.
We'll see.
Like, I that would be the stupidest fuck. I'd fire my agent. Dude, I'm a top 10 running back in the NFL when I'm allowed to play.
Right.
Easily. And you're telling me I'm worth $500K a fucking year? No. I got $1 million because I hit a bitch, all right? It's a prove me contract. I'm going to get my money after I play for the Browns for 8 games.
Right.
That's his thing. And that's his, no way. But Dorsey's not going to pay him what he's going to garner on the market.
Right.
So why risk injury to your top running back? And when you're out of the playoffs, if it's 6-2 right now, dude, you're running Chubb like a fucking horse, right? And then Nick, he's coming in there, Hunt's coming in there in other third down situations, split back situations, making them stack the box, so then play action over the top, Odell Beckham touchdown. That's what this roster can do.
Right.
But they're not in contention right now. They're 2-6. there's no reason to hurt your start. I'd rather have Chubb than Hunt. Right now, Chubb is my guy over Hunt, without a doubt.
Well,
I think he's a better running back. He's not a better receiving back, but he's a better between the tackle back, and that's what you want. You want a guy that's going to be able to push the pile.
I'm interested to see how they integrate Hunt.
So I think if it was me coaching this team, it's 15-15, 13-13-ish. He's averaging 23, so
it may come not the first week, but it may come to that. And
that's how you're going to do it. Maybe the first week, but maybe it goes 20-10.
He hasn't played in a year, so
20-10, something like that.
There.
Yeah, you can ease him in there. I'm just saying, don't have Chubb be your lead back. Like, don't let him carry 80% of carries.
I'm hoping. I want to see some 2-back sets with both of them back there.
Yeah, but don't give Chubb the ball all the time. Like, it has to 50. It needs to be 50-50 because you're not re-signing Hunt. I mean, unless he's gonna take a huge fucking loyalty this time because you took a shot on him. I don't think so. He's gonna get paid. Yeah. Running backs don't have a long shelf life,
Right.
So he's gonna have his one big contract, and he's gone. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna handle this. But...
So I listed my positives and negatives from the game. Positives: Mayfield, no picks. He had one that was dropped, but no interceptions. So I guess that's a positive since he leads the league. Offensive line only allowed 2 sacks, gave Baker a lot of time. Mack Wilson continued to improve. He had 5 tackles and a sack. He's been getting better each week. Olivier Vernon, even though he got hurt, got a sack in his 3rd straight game. He's been figures starting to come on, and now he gets injured. I don't know how long he's supposed to be out, but Austin Seibert, 4 for 4, 14 for 14 now in the season in field goals. And then Scottish Hammer, his 3 punts averaged over 53 yards. Our special teams we're actually ranked 4th in the league. I seen earlier before I came over here. So
yeah,
and there's quite a few negatives. Defense got beat by a quarterback taking his first snaps in the NFL. Former 6th-round pick in 2016.
You really can't be upset. Look what Tom Brady did to people. He was 7-0.
True. Well, we're not comparing. He's Brandon Allen the time.
Brandon Allen is the next Tom Brady in here.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what he does this week. Defensive line, very little pressure all game. Very poor tackling. It's been a problem all season. Baker's accuracy issues. Kitchens was outcoached by Vic Fangio, as he's been outcoached by pretty much every opposing coach this season. Dumb penalties. He had 12 men on the field at the end of the half when Denver was kneeling to run the clock out.
Yeah, penalty and kneeling.
Yeah, they had 12 men on the field.
Oh, fuck.
Chubb was shut down for the first time this year, but, I mean, Denver's got a good defense. Play calling.
They don't have a good front. Their front four is not that great. I mean, they're missing Bradley Chubb.
Yeah.
It's nothing. They've ran better on other stronger front fours.
And then, of course, the biggest negative was Jermaine Whitehead's tweets after the game. But,
you know how many carries Chubb had that game?
Yeah, 20 for 65 yards.
Hit 20?
3.3 yards a carry. This is the first time that a team's really kept him in check this season.
It's gonna be. He got the Bills.
He got the Bills this week.
That's
They're 6-2. No, it's not going to be an easy game.
That's not going to be an easy game for you guys.
I mean, Josh Allen's having a decent year, but their defense is number 3 in the league.
Singletary is healthy. He's a monster. He had a huge game last week. John Brown is forming his name as a legitimate number 1 option in an offense. I mean,
Allen's playing good enough to win.
Yeah, he's playing. He's like a little bit better. Like he's playing a little bit better than Alex Smith does when he's running with the Chiefs, making the Chiefs the way they were. He's playing a little bit better with a little bit better passer rate than Alex Smith was. You cannot sleep on the Bills this year. They had a weird game 2 weeks ago when they played the Eagles. It was just like a brain fart, and they just got spanked. But we talked about the Ohio State taking the college football bowl number 1 spot. But I see you have your draft projection. Is this your top 3?
No, that's what I've seen projected. Got a former Buckeye and 2 Buckeyes going in the top 3. Joe Burrow, number 1, obviously with LSU now. And Chase Young and Jeffrey Okudah at 2 and 3.
No, I don't see that happening that way. I see Burrow 1, Tua at number 2, Young 3, Judah 4, the receiver out of Alabama, and then Okudah 5.
I think these were they weren't actual projections of what team would pick who. I think it's just like their rankings.
The best
three.
Okay,
players.
so this is not because this is draft projections. So if it's like draft rankings, then I can see.
Yeah, it was rankings.
I can see that. I may have Chase Young number 1. I think he's the best player in college football. To be
I
honest
think
with
you
you,
can make that argument for sure.
but I just think quarterbacks always, are gonna go 1-2 for these quarterback need teams. If you're picking 1 and 2, it's probably because you don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, if it's Miami, they're probably taking Burrow.
You think so?
Yeah. Josh
I
Rosen.
think the Jets are gonna have the worst record right now.
Well, then, yeah.
The Bengals are Bengals are saying that. Oh no, right now.
Jets aren't going to give up on Darnold.
No, they're not. No. So Jets will probably take Young,
Now, would the Bengals take him?
Burrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
He fits that system. Tua don't fit a Bengal system,
No.
especially with this new because they're gonna get a decent draft compensation for Andy Dalton when they trade him this offseason.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna get a team like Chicago or Tennessee.
Speaking of Chicago, I hear they're just about ready to give up on old Mitchie boy already.
They're talking about Cam Newton could be looking at Chicago,
Wow.
because Dalton you can also see Dalton in San Diego or Los Angeles with the Chargers because
Yeah.
Flores ending up on his last leg. So I mean I think that would be a great place for Dalton.
Yeah.
He has 2-3 years on it. It's a gap, a bridge. Bring him in there, draft your guy, let him sit behind Dalton for 3 years, and then boom, your guy comes in, he's ready to go.
Right.
So you can go and take like that guy from Washington if he's there, or whoever. Not worry about starting him right away. Or that project from Utah. What's his name? I'll have to tell you off the air. But yeah,
What's up, Rob?
but yeah, 1 and 2 it has to be quarterbacks. I think it's gonna go Burrow, Tua. Like Miami, I think Miami picks 3. So right now, Miami's picking 3 and they're drafting Chase Young.
Yeah. Well, they need a quarterback though.
Yeah, but
what to say about Josh Rosen if he can't beat out Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Well, maybe they're just waiting for Josh Rosen. They're not putting miles on Josh Rosen.
I don't know. Let's see.
I mean, maybe they're just not gonna do it. I mean, like we're gonna let you roll Fitzpatrick because he's old if he gets hurt and whatever. But we're trying to lose, so we want to put you out there and get you weapons. Maybe that's what happens. I mean, unless the Jets win a game, the Jets already lost the Dolphins, so the head-to-head, if the same record, the Dolphins are going to be
right
behind them because they beat them. So I don't know. We'll see.
So speaking of the NFL, we listed our top 5 games from this past week.
Yeah.
In no specific order. I had the 49ers and the Cardinals, the Thursday night game, which was pretty exciting finish.
That was a great game.
Cardinals are
Kenyon
no slouch,
Drake.
man.
You know what? I show mad respect for Kenyon Drake. Monday he was with the Cardinals. Tuesday traded. Thursday plays. Balls out.
Yeah, 110 yards and
Balls
a touchdown,
out.
52 yards receiving.
Off of 2 days of prep on a new scheme, new playbook. I mean,
Yeah, he had a solid game. 49ers edged him out to stay undefeated. Garoppolo had a nice game, 317 yards and 4 touchdowns, and Emmanuel Sanders is fitting in nice there.
oh yeah, he had a great game.
112 yards and a touchdown.
Kittle too. Kittle had a nice 30-yard touchdown.
He got hurt there for a little bit, but he
He came back. He had a nice 30-yard. He stiff armed dude. If you watch his play, he got 2 plays before it. He got tackled and kind of got stood over, and 2 plays later he catches thing and stiff arms that same linebacker to the ground or safety to the ground and just goes in for 30 yards. Man, it was like a sit your ass downstairs. But Kittle did back no, this is my field.
Can't sleep on the Cardinals anymore, though. They're an up and coming young team.
They're so up and down though. They're showing flashes, huge flashes, and now
It figures that they're going to get good when Fitzgerald retires. All those years of losing. Poor guy.
you know what he's a true professional.
Yeah, I've always liked him. He's still a good receiver, even at 36 years old.
I think if he asks for a trade next year and tries to sign with the Patriots, if I was him, I would not disrespect this at all. I'd I would want a ring too.
Yeah.
He would be an immense talent for the Patriots had,
Yeah.
As a mentor for younger receivers.
Yeah.
And then just to get a fucking ring. Damn.
Right. He's due. I had the Steelers over the Colts 26-24. Adam Vinatieri missing a 30-plus yard field goal.
Yeah, that one got us both. We both picked the Colts to win that game.
Yeah. The lace is out.
Fucking Steelers, man.
The damn holder.
Fucking Steelers.
But Steelers survived. I consider their running back position plug and play. They put Trey Edmonds in there. He had 73 yards, 6.1 yards a carry. It seems like whoever they put in there, Connor Edmonds, Benny Snell, with, Samuels.
I picked up
they
Samuels.
produced.
He put up 20 points for me, and he had like 4 or 5 yards rushing, but he had like 6 catches for 80 yards.
Yeah,
and a
yeah,
touchdown. I was like,
receptions.
all right, cool. I was like,
I'll tell you what, Minka Fitzpatrick's really paying off for them too. He had
I
7 tackles.
told whoever, that wasn't you, but I told people that was a good trade. Like, we have a first round pick. Yeah.
95-yard pick six.
You literally got a first round talent in safety who's literally
He's solidified that defense.
changed that defensive backfield for Pittsburgh. It made it a strength instead of a weakness from the get go.
Oh, that's what they needed.
Yeah. But now you can have some mediocre corners, which they have. Now you have elite help over the top. So they can draft a corner in the draft, this year. A good corner. And then don't fuck it up like an Artie Burns in.
And for the Colts, our old buddy Brian Hoyer came in for Jacoby Brissett, who got injured, and
MCL sprain, great news for the Colts.
3 touchdown passes in relief.
Yeah. Hoyer, I always
He's very, very solid backup.
yeah, like he can play. He's a winner. Like he's a grinder, man.
Then we had the Seahawks with the thrilling
This game was fun to watch,
overtime,
man.
40-34.
Russell Wilson with 5 TDs. I had him on my team.
Dude,
I had Mike Evans on my team. Dude,
22 touchdowns and 1 pick on the season so far.
yeah, him. If you right now, if you were to name your top 3 MVP candidates, who are they?
He's definitely one of them.
Mm-hmm. Name that too.
Christian McCaffrey.
Yep.
The third one would be tough. Can't think of one off the top of my head right now.
No. I'm looking at Cup or
Yeah, Cup's had an awesome season.
Nick Bosa.
Yeah. You look at defense. You normally don't think of defensive guys for MVP, but
I mean, there's no other defensive player right now. I don't even think Aaron Donald has the stats right now that Nick Bosa has.
he's not having his typical Aaron Donald season.
Yeah, so I mean, Nick Bosa I think would be one of the
I'd go with those
top
3.
defensive player right now. So I think Cup too. Like Cup is balling. Like dude's a nuts. He's a number 2, I think. He's right behind. I think Mike Evans actually leads.
Yeah, he might, especially after that
Mike Evans.
180 yards he put up Sunday.
You ever realize how underrated Mike Evans is? You never hear his name like we talk about best receivers.
Right.
Mike Evans is easily in my top 5.
Yep.
Easily. Like I always draft him. Just like you always draft Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
I always get draft Mike Evans because I can get him like the 3rd round.
Yeah. 4th
round because nobody's like, it's Jameis Winston. Yeah, it's Jameis Winston, but Mike Evans is still getting 180 yards and a touchdown.
Right.
If you look at he has like 4 35-point games or plus.
Yeah.
That's for fans of nuts. This dude's crazy.
TJ Lockett had a huge game, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Winston on the other side threw for 335 and 2 touchdowns, and of course Evans is 180 yards. And we had the Chiefs and Vikings.
I can't believe this game.
Matt Moore,
Dude,
man, this guy comes out of retirement. He's
balling.
balling.
Everybody was like, you heard when they signed him out of retirement, everybody was like, why not get Colin Kaepernick? Is Colin Kaepernick going to do this?
No.
Hell no.
He had 275 yards and a touchdown. Damian Williams had a nice game, 125 yards and a touchdown. And Tyreek Hill did his thing, 140 yards.
I keep seeing him. He's on your bench. Like
on my bench.
You never put him in.
Well, first couple weeks with Moore, I wasn't sure how I was going to go. I should have played him this week. I don't know why.
The running game is nowhere near like what it was.
Right.
It's not,
Williams.
It's not it's like a commit by committee. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you got McCoy's or Williams. Like you don't know who's gonna ball out, so it's not a sure thing.
I heard Mahomes might be back this week.
He full practice today.
Yeah.
So I mean,
he'll be back in there for sure. Should have been this week. That was my fault. Then finally, we had the 4-4 Raiders. The 31-24 win over Detroit Lions.
Everybody was knocking Gruden.
Yeah, I thought they were going to be bad too.
But their first pick though is backfiring now because Clelin Ferrell is not doing with number 4 overall.
Yeah.
Was it 4? Yeah, 4 overall player could garner.
Right.
Garnish. Like he's not there. You could have Josh Allen. You could have had a Quinnen Williams.
Yeah.
I know the Jets. He went to the Jets.
Well, we didn't have him going. What did we have him going?
No, see, we had Quinnen Williams.
16th.
Yeah.
to the Panthers.
Yeah, like that's how far we had him down. Like, but
Well, they were hoping he was going to be the replacement for
he's not a
Khalil
defense.
Mack.
He's not because they're playing him inside.
Yeah.
He's a defensive end in a
Defensive
4-3 position. They're playing him inside. He's not a defensive tackle, so he's not playing. He's playing out of position.
Yeah.
He's not built to play defensive tackle, so I mean, he's not having a great season. If you want an inside, you should have drafted someone else.
But the one draft pick that is paying off for them, though, is
Josh
Josh
Jacobs.
Jacobs. At 128 yards and 2 touchdowns. I think he's third in the league in rushing yards.
He's balling.
Yeah.
He's
He's
really,
good.
really he's like the Barkley of last year, just a little, not as much. He's not as dominant, but Barkley was last year. But
In losing effort, Stafford threw for 406 yards and 3 touchdowns.
I feel so bad for Stafford, man. He always be balling out every year.
Yeah, he does.
They never get the talent around him. Now this year he had a chance. His running back is out for the season. He's
Yeah.
just not out for the season. He could come back later in the year, but
Um,
but you're looking at 3-4-1 right now. So I mean,
reaping the benefits of Kenny Galladay, though.
me
Fantasy
too.
teams.
He's on one of my leagues too. He balled out this week for me.
So that was the top 5 games of the week from the NFL.
What time is it? Damn, we didn't.
Yeah, we'll break for sponsors real quick here. We've got Detroit Auto Parts, 2 locations on the west side at 216-398-7373 and on the east side at 216-531-7373. Mention Redline Radio, get 10% off your purchase. Graver Machine Tool, the hotline sponsor of Redline. All your powder coating and machining needs, you can call Ken Graver at 440-322-3685. Wiggins Construction and Home Improvement for all your home improvement needs. Call Will Wiggins at 440-731-4654. Always Green Landscaping in Twinsburg. Sean Martyr at 330-487-0582. Keter Printing, who does all of our shirts and hats at Redline. You can reach Amy at 440-668-1579 or at caterprinting.com. Lubrication Supply out of Norwalk. In the field or on the track, let them put you in the winner's circle. You can call Kevin or Jim at 330-813-2305. 440-RIDE, the Rains County's ride service, transportation for destinations including work, doctor's appointments, airports, and fun nights out with friends. You can reach them at 440-877-RIDE. Mention Redline and get 10% discount off your ride. K&M Towing in Cleveland. Stranded, need a tow? Give Tom or James a call at 216-252-2229. Young and McCarthy Attorneys for truck crash victims. You can reach them at 216-931-3932 or at truckcrashvictimhelp.com. Dirty Jobs, Dirt Cheap Demo and Cleanup. Have a dirty job you don't want to do yourself? Give Rick Crofts a call at 440-453-6844. And Millsy Motorsports, your GM front-wheel drive performance specialist. You can contact Mike Miller at 937-671-7345. And our sponsor here at the Land Sports Podcast, Wegner Landscaping out of Streetsboro. You can call Michelle at 330-524-5415.
So do you follow Land Grant Holy Land?
Yeah.
You do?
Yep.
All right. So did you see that they have an article that's telling us that out of the unbeaten Power 5 teams, Ohio State has the toughest schedule.
Yeah.
For all Power 5 unbeaten.
Yes, I did see that.
So that's just another reason probably why Ohio State named number 1 over LSU.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, there were a lot of people up in arms on Twitter over Ohio State being number 1, but
were they all LSU fans?
yeah, probably. Or
Because
Alabama.
Bama does not. Bama wasn't gonna be 1 or 2.
No.
Bama hasn't done shit. I'm so sick of them playing East Memphis Catholic Bible study class,
Right.
and then they play second string chess club, or
Yeah.
they don't play nobody until they play Auburn, and then they play maybe Ole Miss here, but Ole Miss hasn't been good this year.
Right. Well, they're going to play somebody this week.
Yeah, I'm off. So I started, like I told you just last week, I started my new job this week.
Yeah.
I'm in OJT. I'm in orientation and stuff. I have driver training tomorrow and Friday, and I'm off Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I have one day I work on Wednesday. I shadow the new postman. Then I'm off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday,
Wow.
and then I go to OJ Academy Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday. It's the Saturday before Thanksgiving. I start OJTing. I'll be on my own on Thanksgiving Day. My first delivery mail by myself will be Thanksgiving Day if
Nice.
I'm working.
Nice.
Oh, that's bullshit. It's a holiday. But I'm happy. I got got a government job now, back in the government. Way better benefits, dude. It's ridiculous.
Right.
Ridiculous how much better benefits is going to be. Like, the money's great. Even through, like, peak season right now, because Christmas is 6 o'clock is when I'm going to get home.
Yeah.
But that's 5 hours earlier than I normally get home at Walmart.
Right.
I mean, I'm happy. I mean, so it's going to be, I'm looking forward to it. Maybe next year I'll be able to bowl.
Yeah.
Maybe next year I'll be able to bowl.
We miss you on Thursdays.
Yeah. You guys winning yet?
No, we're starting out this quarter good. Last quarter we finished 4th.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What about Russ?
They didn't do too well.
Yeah. That's because they're missing that.
Skylanes won the first quarter.
Cheating bastards.
Yeah. Last year's champ.
Cheating.
Just happens to be the owner's team.
Yeah. But I don't know. So I watched a couple of Cavs games.
More exciting than the Browns right now.
Yes, that's true. They have the same amount of wins. They look at the same exact record. They're both 2-6.
Yeah, they're both 2-6.
Ridiculous.
Who would have thought?
But I'm watching this, and I'm watching them play the teams that they should be getting blown out by. Like the Mavericks. Like, they held it close for a while. And then,
Luka went off, yeah.
So Luka went off when they played the Lakers. That game was
He goes off on everybody. That dude's a player.
Luka Doncic is MVP.
He was number 1 on the Cavs board, I heard. And they tried like hell to trade up.
I'm sure he was number 1 on a lot of people's boards. Like,
yeah, that would have been nice.
Dude, can you imagine having him? If we'd have been able to draft him, do you think LeBron leaves?
Yeah, might have tempted him to stay.
Luka, I mean, dude's filthy. Like, he's good.
Dallas has a pretty good team.
Yeah.
Him and Porzingis is healthy.
And then if they can trade for Chris Paul, like there's a lot of rumors that they're trying.
Yeah, that would be a big.
That would
big
be
boost.
huge. Tristan Thompson is keeping pace. He's playing out of his mind. Kevin Love is playing a little pretty much
second in the league in rebounds at 14.4 versus Andre Drummond's averaging a ridiculous 19.4 rebounds a game.
That's nuts. But they're taking their stock up and up and up and up. Then they're just gonna be able to trade. We're gonna be able to trade them at the deadline, and then
from what I heard,
because I'm looking at it, if we trade, I think this is another reason why they're gonna trade them, not just because salary and their the compensation. But if we get rid of those two, we're losing a lot more games.
Yeah,
which protects that pick.
Yeah,
even more.
Well, there's a stud big man out of Memphis. Can't remember his name. I just seen his highlights from his first game. He's projected to be the number 1 pick. That's why I retweeted his highlights and said,
"Do we go number 1? Do we go big man like center big man, or are we talking like power forward?"
Well, we could use a big man and a wing. I mean, we're good on guards now.
Oh, yeah, I would say so. I'd say so. I mean, we just re-signed.
I mean,
Chetty,
this is a big year for Chetty. I mean, he's still up and down. I want to see a little more production out of him this year, a little more consistency. But it'd be ideal for him to end up being the small forward of the future. Like you said, he's just signed a 4-year deal. So hopefully, I mean, it's early, it's 8 games, but they got a lot of new guys, new coach. But after the Boston game, which they took him to the limit, and it wasn't for Gordon Hayward's 39-point career high game.
Gordon Hayward
That's what it took to beat the Cavs. Brad Stevens, before and after the game, had mega praise for John Beilein because they played him in the preseason and beat him by like 40 points. And he said it's amazing how much they've improved in 1 month's time. Just the way they play, the structure. He said the guys play hard for him. He said he's a hell of a coach and a guy that he looks up to. He had nothing but praise for Beilein and the Cavs.
Yeah, I wrote down a note because I watched the Dallas game. So I wanted to watch Doncic play. He's fun to watch. I want to see because after reading about the triple-double war with him and LeBron, I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, I'll watch this. And so I watched them, and then I watched some of the Boston game. And I was 2 games. It's only 2 games I watched because I'm not a huge basketball fan. So, but I was noticed that the actual coaching is ridiculously night and day compared to what it was in the past.
Yeah.
Like this, he's making adjustments. He's making plays. He's calling. He's playing smart basketball. He's coaching smart basketball, and these players are reacting to him. They're taking what he's saying. They're using it in the court. You can see the motivation. You can see the camaraderie.
Right.
You see these players playing team ball. It's a team game in the Cavs uniform. Like you haven't seen that in the Q in a long time.
Right.
And it brings hope to Cleveland. Like we can maybe land a number 1 pick, a big stud name, something like that, or maybe get a big free agent in there or trade for one. By getting who knows what we can do.
And with the low expectations, the way they're playing right now is what people want to see. Be competitive, stay in games.
If you win 16 games this year, but you were in 53 of them down to like the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, I'm okay with you winning 16 out of those 52.
Yeah, just don't get blown out by 20, 30
Yeah,
points.
don't go into the third quarter losing by 35.
Right.
Like that's what the goal. Like, don't be Golden State. Like they're getting destroyed right now.
A lot of people knocked, a young team, you're a young rebuilding team, bringing on a 66-year-old coach, but everybody's seeing why they did it now.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure who. Like, I was like I said, I'm not sure. I'm not big. Like I'm multiple times. I'm not a big basketball fan, so I don't know. What coaching prospects are out there? Who we should have got? Over who we got.
Right.
It's not the NFL. It's not MLB. It's not. This is foreign to me. Like the coaching carousel in NBA. Like I don't know who's the hot up and coming coaches. I don't know like who's there. I mean, I know who's
the Brad Stevens definitely is.
I know who's the current coaching, but he's the current coach.
Yeah,
I know who the hot current coaches are. Like Stevens but I don't know who like the assistants are that are being like praised like the next big coach to come out into the NBA. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like who's the next coach under the Popovich tree or the Kerr tree or whatever.
Right.
I don't know those guys. It's not like the next coach out of the Belichick tree. I could tell you. I could tell you who's next coach out of this tree.
The biggest thing with Beilein is he's brought a culture and a system.
Yeah, he brought a no-nonsense culture. Like this is so we're gonna play team ball. So
and then when the guys play for him, they love playing for him.
Well, it's because there's no leader on this team. There's no alpha.
Yeah.
Right. The coach is your alpha. Right. Kevin Love doesn't have an alpha mentality.
Thompson's trying to be
an alpha, but not a combat. He's trying to be a team alpha, like a team mentor, like taking all these young guys and like being the captain of the team. Right. That's a different alpha. I'm talking about a LeBron James alpha. Kevin Durant alpha, this is my team coach.
Yeah.
Just back off.
Right.
That type of alpha. There's not one of those on the team. Tristan Thompson doesn't have the pull or the skill to do that. Because Beilein like bye.
And I like a couple games I've noticed when the ball's kind of gotten stagnant. Beilein's big on ball movement. You can hear him yelling, "Move the ball, pass the ball."
Yeah. I watched him. He pulled out he pulled somebody out because he made a couple mistakes. He sat him down. He's like, chill. He made a switch. He didn't leave it in there. He let him catch his breath, and then come back in.
Right. Which
is huge, because before you're not gonna. The Browns like, no, this is a 5 we need out here.
Yeah.
Beilein's like, I don't give a fuck. Right. He needs a break because he's making mental errors. He needs to recoup. He'll go back out there next time out.
Yeah.
That's what you need. You need a coach that's gonna be like, this is my team. Fuck off.
But I like too that he's not afraid to play the young guys, like he says.
The whole team is young guy.
Like Garland and Porter are both 19, but he's throwing them out there in big minutes because he said the best way to learn is to play. Yeah, for one game, bumping
that was a little weird. Like he really didn't look intentional.
No, it didn't, and I think the ref looked like he kind of flopped him. I don't think he hit him.
Why would you want to suspend a rookie? Like what he did? Like what's the purpose of that? Like why would where's his ref? Like I don't understand.
I don't know. I heard
he would have to think it was intentional, and that's why he did it.
Yeah. Well, Porter thought he got fouled, so people thought maybe that's why he did it because he was upset at the ref. But
it didn't look like
it was like blown out of proportion.
It kind of looked like he turned a little bit to move away, but he just couldn't. But I don't know. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Camera angle might have been right.
Whatever. One game.
We don't know how hard he actually hit the dude. He could hit the ref pretty hard. We don't know.
But one thing I did hear, we talked about all the expiring contracts they have to trade this year.
Yeah.
One of them is already getting interest from contenders. Brandon Knight.
Yeah, I can see that.
So they said the Cavs would be willing to take on a bad contract if it's attached with a first-round pick. So
they said that.
Yeah. Well, they'll be looking to trade these guys and get more first-round picks, just like they did last year. They had 3 of them. So
yeah, but you can't so it's just. I understand that.
This will be the last year of doing that.
Well, they're not going to be able to do it next year because they're not going to have talent that nobody wants. No. I mean, they're going to be like, but we're not going to take on bad contracts for first round pick and give up a promising young star like Gardner.
But there's like 4 or 5 really good players at the top of the draft this year. So, like I said, they're not going to make the playoffs, so I want to see
this
them
one
be
kind of
competitive.
dies off too. Like last, it kind of
Yeah,
drops
after
off
the
again.
top 4 or 5,
it
it's
drops.
a drop,
Yeah, like I don't know what's going on. There hasn't been a deep draft in a while.
No.
So
it'd be beneficial for them to do what they're doing now, be competitive, but
and still lose.
you want to have one more top pick.
The Lakers are looking legit.
Yeah, they are.
Looking legit. LeBron looks like
props.
5 years ago.
3 straight triple doubles.
First Laker ever.
Yeah, that's amazing. Especially Magic Johnson
And the Kobe. The Shaq. Like there's
never been
a 3 straight triple doubles. Like the talent they had, like Wilt. Kareem. Like the talent they had there, you couldn't do 3. That blows my mind that a Laker hasn't done that before. But
he's been playing a lot of point guard for him. That's why his assists are up.
Yeah, but he also hasn't been like his first point guard game. You see how bad it was. He wasn't there. They're like, no, but he's starting to come around. But Kuzma was he back last game?
Yeah, he's back now.
And he was pretty. He didn't play that well, did he?
No, he's a little rusty.
Yeah, I didn't watch the game, but I read the stats. I didn't watch the game, so I wasn't sure. I can't remember if I saw Kuzma play or not. But AD's 40-20, was it 40-20?
Yeah. You hear his comments about Chicago.
He's like, I'm a free agent.
Yeah, but that's where he's from. So
I doubt it.
I don't see him leaving there either, but it's possible.
Especially how deep, if they roll deep this year in the playoffs, because there's no true number one. I don't think in the West. Like the Rockets aren't as good as I thought they're gonna be.
There's not the super team with 3 stars.
The Rockets aren't as good as we thought.
They're struggling. Harden and Westbrook are
they'll find their.
Yeah, they will. They'll be fine.
Mavericks look pretty promising.
Clippers are banged up right now.
Kawhi literally used all his PTO in the first month. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Someone posted that. Oh, that's funny.
And Paul George.
It was Shannon Sharp who said that. Shannon Sharp tweeted, he's like, that was funny as hell.
Utah's kind of struggled out of the gate. I think they're
It's Conley. It's Conley hasn't fit in that system yet. Like we thought that was gonna be a huge move. It's
going to take time.
It's kind of eating them from inside right now. Hopefully, but we'll see. But
Portland's kind of struggling as well. That's the team like we talked about would be
Kevin Love.
Perfect for Kevin Love.
And Tristan, I think, would be good for Tristan could go to Portland too. I mean, he won't be the wing shooter that but he can be that big man.
Hassan Whiteside's playing pretty good for him. They got him this year.
Yeah. Who would be a fit for Tristan? I'm trying to think.
Who could use a big guy? Contenders.
Yeah, I really don't.
A lot of them have pretty decent centers.
Lakers. I mean.
Yeah. Because
Dwight Howard's their guy right now.
Howard's the guy. I guess he's playing pretty well, but I'm sure LeBron wouldn't mind having
Tristan back there. Yeah. I don't know if they can afford it though. I don't think the Lakers can take on that contract. They're pretty.
We'd have to take back. I don't know if they could give us enough to take back that contract. So.
No, that'd be pretty bad.
But Houston's got Clint Capella. Lakers there's Zubac, the young guy they got from the Lakers.
Warriors?
Yeah, I mean, if they think they can contend, I mean, Curry's going to be out 3 months, so Thompson's out the whole year. It's Draymond's team now.
Yeah, let's see how good he is now.
They got a bunch of no-name guys playing right now.
D'Angelo Russell's hurt too, right?
Yeah.
He'll come back before Curry, though. So, I mean, he'll come back.
I forget who the dude was that scored 34 points the other night. Him and Jordan Poole, the guard, had a pretty nice game.
Yeah, I saw that too. Came across a sports page. I can't remember the name either. The highest scoring rookie total of the year so far, like 36 points.
34.
36.
Was it 36?
36. Highest total so far this year.
Yeah, they're going to struggle to make the playoffs with all those guys.
Which I was texting you. Remember, I was texting you. I was like, with them struggling this bad, right?
Yeah, it's a team you don't want to see get a top 5 pick.
No, because when they come back, Curry, Clay. So you can imagine if Draymond comes, Curry comes back, Clay comes back. You have Draymond still there, and you're gonna trade Russell, right?
Yeah.
And you're gonna get probably a first round pick,
Probably.
maybe a second for him too. And then if you were that bad this year, and were they picking the top 5, they get top 5 talent.
Oof.
And more youth. Oh my God, dude, that's just stupid. Because then they could be sitting like, oh, fuck it, they're good again.
Yeah.
Because they show that they can draft players. They have a great scouting team.
Yeah.
They find these players and they just like Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. these weren't big names coming out of college. Like these weren't this big, high profile, draft. Even Curry wasn't coming out of
Right.
Fuck, he come from
Davidson.
Davidson. Thank you. Curry wasn't like, a shooting star. It wasn't like a Doncic or a who was it? The guy who was after first last year.
Well, even Trae Young.
Yeah, like they're just so polarizing coming out of college.
Right.
But we'll see.
That's the thing too with Garland. He needs to be more aggressive with his shot. Even Kevin Love told him, like, you can make these shots, take them.
I heard it. He's like,
I think he's trying to be more of a pure point guard right now. I mean, everybody knows.
I think that'd be better if Garland was a point guard. Sexton shot the ball.
But look at last year. With Sexton and Trae Young, it took them half a season, and then they both blew up.
That's fine. That's what I'm saying. Have him score.
Right.
Sexton can score, and let Garland be your true point guard, and let Sexton play the two and be your shooting guard. He's going to be the scorer. Let Garland.
He's passing up a lot of wide open shots right now.
And Kevin Love told him, he's like, look, dude, he's like, take 100 shots. If you miss 100 shots, we don't care. We want you to take that shot because they will fall. When they fall, we're going to win.
Make 40-foot threes, so take these shots.
Yeah,
you can knock them down. So it will.
He's 19 years old.
Yeah,
this is a culture change. Like he was a big fish, in a little place in college. Now he's a small fish in a fucking ocean. Like he's like, I'm not the guy no more. And because he was the it guy on his team coming out of college. He was the number one option.
Yeah.
Now he's not, and now he's he's trying to play team ball. He's trying to play smart because he wants to look like he belongs. But I mean, just play, dude. Play your game. It will come.
Yeah.
Just like Kevin Love said, take your shots. If you take 100, you miss 100, guess what? Keep shooting.
Right.
It will come.
And Larry Nance Jr. is playing really well too off the bench. He's just waiting, biding his time for Love or Thompson to be traded so he can move into the starting lineup.
Yeah. And now he's younger.
And he's signed long term. He's hitting threes now this year too.
Yeah.
He's really improved his outside game. And he said he worked on that a lot during the off season. Just giving himself another option, another way to score.
Yeah.
So, and Beeline likes to shoot threes, so he likes all those guys to be able to shoot.
Well, that's the way the NBA is going now. It's not. It's not big ball down low. It's not pounding.
All these centers are shooting threes now.
Yeah.
I mean, Andre Drummond's trying.
It's ridiculous.
Like, stay inside and get your 20 rebounds a game,
dude. If you average 20 or 15 and 20 your career. 15 points, 20 rebounds your whole career. That is a solid career, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I don't care who you are.
To shoot threes.
That's no.
Like, how about work on your post-up moves first?
You work on your moves down low, dude. You can end up getting 20 points. You're averaging 20-20.
Yeah.
Dude, that's probably Hall of Fame shit. If you're averaging 20-20.
Yep.
Over 10, 15 years, you're averaging 20-20. That's Hall of Fame. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm sure you're making it.
Right.
But. You have the weirdest shot in the world. Don't do it again.
Oh, it's okay.
Drummond was. I was like, what the? No.
Yeah, it's bad.
No.
Like, learn how to shoot free throws first.
Yeah, okay, Shaq.
Like, get your free throw percentage over 40% first.
Yeah, it's weird. You know how Barkley said he said in an interview when he had Klay Thompson there. He's like, the word's gonna be garbage this year. Remember him saying that a couple weeks ago? I'm like, It was true. It was true. Like.
Well, Thompson was a surprise because originally he was supposed to be back around
Christmas,
end of January, somewhere, January, early February at the latest. And Steve Kerr said a couple weeks ago he's out for the season.
Is he though? Like you think?
Nah, maybe he's just saying that. But I mean, by the time he comes back now, like Curry out 3 months.
Is it really a full year for an ACL?
Not anymore. I mean, obviously, guys recover a lot quicker than they used to, but they might as well hold them out with now that Curry's done for.
Yeah, there's no point because you ain't.
Right.
You're in 3 months, dude. You're gonna. That's what. 60
and
games.
With all those good teams in the West.
40 games.
What's the point in competing for an 8 seed?
Yeah, if you have to play Lakers and Clippers.
Right. Without your guys.
Yeah. You ain't beating LeBron and AD with Draymond and Curry. You're not beating them.
They'd be better off tanking.
Getting that pick and then come back next year healthy, rested, because that's gonna be 2 full seasons, pretty much a half a season of Curry that he had to play.
Yeah, they'll be back.
And then Thompson has a whole season. He just had to rest, then you got a top 5 pick or something like that. If you suck that bad, you're setting up good.
Yep.
You're looking good because now you don't have to spend a lot of money to replace a Kevin Durant talent.
Right.
I'm not saying you're gonna find Kevin Durant. Don't sit there and
Right.
blow me up. Oh, no. Kevin Durant is a generational talent, just like LeBron was, right? But you're gonna find someone to replace that production or part of that production on the cheap on a rookie contract.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're looking like that's gonna benefit them long term, and the rich can get richer.
Speaking of Durant, there was video today of him working out, running around on the court, shooting jump shots.
See, he tore his fucking leg fell off, dude. And he's taking jump shots, but fuck, Klay Thompson can't come back from ACL.
Yeah, I don't know what
See, that's bullshit. Whatever. They're taking on purpose to get top pick. I call bullshit.
So Indians made a few moves this week.
Yeah, they cut Salazar.
Yeah, they outrighted Danny Salazar, Tyler Olson, Cody Anderson, and AJ Cole to AAA, and they all refused the assignment and became free agents. So Salazar's finally gone. Finally rid of him.
Yeah, we picked up Kluber's option.
Yeah, Kluber's option, so he's back.
And then,
so we'll see. Another month or so of the winter meetings. That's when all the trade chatter picks up.
See what
they do. They need an infielder and figure out what they're going to do with the outfield if they're going to bring Puig back. I heard today that if he's still in the market, like around February, his price drops, that they may pounce on him then, but they won't bring him back early on. They won't sign him. They're going to kind of see where the market takes him.
That's stupid.
It is stupid, but
he's going to sign him right away.
I'm sure he probably will. He's not going to last till February in the market. All right, so I guess we got our picks now. So you want to
I'm just mad.
go over how we did last week?
Well, last week I went 6-8. You went 7-7. So you picked up another game. You're up 3 right now on me. I called the Dolphins' first win.
Yeah, you did.
I picked the Dolphins to win over the Jets.
Credit for that.
And you and Matt both looked at me like I was fucking on crack. Like both of you looked at me like I was like,
yeah, I didn't think it was going to happen.
Let's see what Matt did, because Matt actually has some picks here. Let's see what he does.
Forgot about that.
He had the 49ers. He picked the Jags. He picked the Colts. Picked the Eagles, and the Eagles won. He picked the Jets. He picked the Vikings, and the Vikings lost. Picked the Titans. Picked the Bills. Picked the Seahawks. Picked the Lions. Picked the Packers. Picked the Browns. Picked the he picked the Ravens to win. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He went 6-8 just like me.
All right, we got week 10.
Chargers Raiders. This is gonna be actually a way better game because a couple weeks ago it looked like it was gonna be a shitty game.
Yeah.
But the Chargers are playing way better this year. They literally did to the Packers.
Right.
I mean, this weekend they held Aaron Jones and Aaron Rodgers to a lot.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders at home. They've been playing well.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers. I think they're finally moving. Melvin Gordon had a huge game. I think he's finally. I'm gonna go with Chargers.
Chiefs at Titans.
I'm going Chiefs.
The return of Patrick Mahomes. Chiefs. Cardinals and Buccaneers. That could be another good one as well.
I'm gonna go Bucks. It's at
I'm gonna
home.
go Bucks at home. Winston's balling right now.
Yeah.
Oh boy, the New York Toilet Bowl. Giants at Jets.
I'm going Giants.
I'm gonna take the Jets. Saints and Falcons. New Orleans.
Saints.
Panthers and Packers.
Ooh.
That's another tough one.
I'm gonna go Packers. It's at home. They're gonna bounce back from that win.
I'm gonna go with my boy McCaffrey. Bills and Browns.
I'm going Bills.
Not picking the Browns again this year.
Take the Ravens over the Bengals.
Ravens over Bengals. Lions and Bears.
I'm taking the Lions.
Struggling Bears.
I'm going to take the Lions.
I'm going to take the Lions as well.
Dolphins, Colts.
Yeah.
Take the Colts.
Colts.
Hoyer may get the start,
Yeah,
but I still think
Hoyer.
that's going to be enough. The Dolphins are just not that good.
Another good one. Rams at Steelers.
Rams are going to.
Yeah, I got to go with the Rams as well.
They're coming off a bye week. They're going to be fresh. They're going to be ready to go. Steelers are bouncing back, but like they're running back. I mean, who knows who's playing and what they're going to do. So
Right.
I'm going to go Rams. I think Rams are going to be.
Vikings at Cowboys.
The Cowboys
They're
are picking
bipolar.
up. Yeah, they really are.
I'm going to go
So
with
the
Dallas.
Vikings, because like the Vikings.
Yeah. They went on that run, that 3 to 4 week run there, but I'm going to go Cowboys at home.
You know, I'm gonna bounce back. I think the Vikings are gonna win. Take that one. I think
And we got the
Monday night game. This is a great
Seattle
Monday night game.
San Francisco. Wow.
This is the best Monday. This is the marquee Monday night game of the year.
Finally, there's been so many shitty ones.
We have 6 teams on a bye this week too. Like we have Eagles, Patriots, Redskins, Broncos, Jaguars, and Texans. Man, I don't know. This
is a coin toss.
We go number 1 defense, or we go the hot 22 touchdowns, 1 interception, Russell Wilson. I don't know. We got Nick Bosa and company.
That's tough.
This is fucking stupid. I don't want to make this pick.
I'm team with 49ers. Keep rolling.
I'm going to jump on my lead MVP candidate, Russell Wilson.
We got a lot of different ones this week. This could go either way. You could catch me, or I could increase my lead substantially.
Because you have the Cowboys, right?
Yeah, I took the Cowboys.
Okay, so that's...
Took the 49ers.
Yeah, but it's 2 different.
It's 2.
You took... Just read yours. I'll read them different. I'll just take go.
Took Rams, Colts, Lions, Ravens, Bills, Panthers, Saints, Jets, Buccaneers, Chiefs, and Raiders.
We only got 4.
4? I thought it seemed like there was more than that, but I think we did 3 different last week, didn't we?
Yeah, so if I win all 4 or you win all 4, I'm up by 1 or you're up by 7. Yeah. I mean, so it is a flip.
Yeah.
But we'll probably go 2 and 2. You know, like the Vikings will win, the Seahawks will lose, or the Cowboys will win, the Seahawks will win. That'll split it, and then the Giants will win, and then who the fuck else did I have? The fuck? Just the Panthers. So that's the one.
Number 1, McCaffrey.
He's number 2 on my MVP. I literally think it's him and Russell Wilson are going to win it. I want McCaffrey to win it. I want a white running back to win it because that would blow everybody's mind.
It would.
That would blow everybody's mind because, I'm sorry, even me, when you think running back, dude, you don't think of white dudes. Like, the last running back that was dominant, that was white, was like Allstott. Yeah. We had Peyton Hillis for 1 year.
1 year until he went on the Madden cover and then his career went downhill.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have, he's a freak. Like, he's a freak.
Yeah,
his dad was a freak as a receiver, too. His dad was a nasty receiver.
Yeah, I remember.
Watch him in Denver, dude, nasty, too. Yeah. So, I mean, there's some athletic shit in that family. I need that gene pool. But I think Russell's going to win.
It's going to be tough to beat Russell Wilson.
Quarterbacks, pace up. Even if you keep fucking McCaffrey's pace up, dude's looking at pushing 2,000 yards. Like, they're saying, like, he's up there.
But Wilson goes a whole season throwing 1 pick.
That's what I'm saying. Like but if 1 pick, but he goes for 2,000 yards on what he's doing,
it's gonna
the quarterback's going to make it because it's a quarterback. Yeah. It's just because it's a quarterback. Now, if you go if Nick Bosa goes like 25 sacks in the season, beats sack record, and then McCaffrey's doing his thing, McCaffrey's going to win because it's a running back, it's offense. Defense isn't that sexy. Yeah. But even though Nick just shattered, who was it? Lawrence Taylor's sack record the Taylor's sack record? Right? He has it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it shatters his sack record.
Right.
But McCaffrey says, 7th running back to get 2,000 yards.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a sack record that's been fucking for years,
right.
But that ain't shit. Or gives a white boy that just ran for $2,000. So, I get it, but we'll do the tiebreaker. What do you think the score is going to be for Seahawks?
Oh, yeah.
We haven't really been doing that, but I think this one we need to.
I think it's going to be high scoring. I'm going to go...
I don't think it is.
I'm going to go 50.
We're doing total?
Yeah, total.
Oh, I thought we could pick the scores.
Oh, all right. We can do the score, I guess.
That's what we used to do.
All right. I'll say 28-24. That's 52.
All right, 21-17 for 38. I think the defenses are going to play a lot better than you think. I think it's going to be a trenches game.
It could be, yeah.
Richard Sherman has had a fountain of youth moment. But 49ers did lose to Mario Bowman.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's huge loss for them. So we'll see if your pick holds up after that huge. But because they're the only undefeated team left. The Patriots lost.
Yeah, that's it.
Fucking Notre Dame was over here picking fucking Lamar Jackson and go ape shit and beat Tom Brady. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a lot of good games. I'm looking forward to that Monday night game now. Like, It's gonna be good.
Yeah. should be.
Good.
All right. I think
Yeah.
I'm ready to wrap it up.
Yeah. What's going on here?
If anybody out there, wrestling fans, OCW's got a big show Saturday night at Chaparrals in Akron. Should come check it out for sure. It's going to be a pretty big card. And then we've got some new shows at Redline coming on. We'll be announcing those. And shout out to Jeff Kirby. Tune in tomorrow for his 1 year anniversary show, 7 to 9. And I think that's pretty much it.
Oh shit! 1 year.
Yeah, he's 1 year. I think
And he still only has like 6 fans. Damn,
He's
dude,
got
we're
a few more, I
fucked.
think.
When's our 1 year?
I think like April, somewhere around
Or
there.
March? I think it was no. It was before I went back. It was. I was still on paternity leave during the first. Then we postponed the first show
Yeah.
a week because I had the baby.
Yeah.
So that was beginning of February, dude.
It was
Mid-February.
maybe.
I went back to work at the end of beginning of like mid-March. I went back to work and we were already here.
It's true. I think it was end of February. I think like last
I think it was a weekend after.
last Sunday in February. I think was.
We had like 2 shows in February. I think it was like the one right after Valentine's Day.
So yeah, it'll be here sooner than you think. Then.
It's stupid.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll have more than like 3 listeners by then. We'll see.
We're going for 5.
We're going for 5.
Balling stats right there. Maybe we'll hit 6 and tie Kirby.
Yeah.
Who knows? But all right.
I think that's it.
We'll talk to you guys next week.
Yeah.
You know, we'll see what goes on. Cavs, Browns.
We'll talk about another Browns depressing loss.
You know what? I'm gonna be pissed off if the Browns just destroy the Bills. I'll be super mad because I'm gonna fuck my picks up.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be good for Cleveland, but I just don't see the Bills
Yeah.
shit like that unless they give this shit over to Monkey and let Monkey start play calling and they run the hell out of it. If they can run the hell out of Chubb,
Yeah.
because if you watch the game, they're stacking the hell out of that box. They're stacking it.
Right.
Like they're not respecting our passing game at all, which they shouldn't right now because it's garbage. Like
Right.
you have to make them honest. You can just run the ball, and as soon as they don't stack that box, you beat them deep with play action. It's gonna open up everything for Cleveland. I mean, that's what they need to do. They need to run the ball more than 23 times a fucking game when you have 2 top quarterbacks right now.
Right.
You need to look at 30, 35.
Yeah, that would be the smart thing to do, but
And most of those need to come from Hunt. They need to just keep Chubb's legs fresh because you're not going nowhere this season, Cleveland. Chubb's your guy. Don't ruin him.
we'll see what they do Sunday.
Need the L.
All right. Until next week, guys. We'll talk to you later.